It's been a little bit since we talked about Trippie Redd's A Love Letter to You 5. And I think there's a reason for that. As we know, like, that album didn't have a lot of hype behind it and it didn't sell well. And that kind of like showcased this one perception of Trippie Redd that like he fell off or whatever. I still think he's got a chance to come back if he starts making more rage music or like, you know, more up-tempo shit, not just love songs, actual rap or hip hop rather than whatever genre you'd say that. But he did respond. So if you recall, he also posted on his Instagram story like however long ago it was, like 1-2 years ago. I don't remember. Again, time flies. We're in a simulation. It could have been yesterday for all I know. But he responded to people giving him backlash about like the 30K Avengers or whatever. And I think he's low-key eating his words. I don't know if he should, like, it is kind of bad. So he responded, the video of me dissing someone that did 30K was a person that would go as far as diss my dead brother. So he's talking about 6ix9ine, right? F you blogs and biased narratives, you diss my dead and I'ma come for you every way. I don't think he's talking about me. I think he's talking about like Say Cheese. He posted it on Twitter and it was super viral. And then he's talking about 6ix9ine right here, who dissed a bunch of rappers' different dead relatives. Let's actually rewatch this video real quick. What did Trippie say?
If we all put our 30,000 first week together, nigga, we gonna make a meal. D-list rappers, nigga, we about to create a...
So I think he was talking about 6ix9ine for sure. So he was getting at him. This was like shortly after whatever project 6ix9ine dropped that did flop, although he did get blackballed. But I just think that 6ix9ine's music was trash after Gummo. That was a banger, okay? We just have to say that. It's still a banger. I don't care if you call him a snitch or whatever. It was a great song. Pierre beat, come on. We all know it. But I think he was also dissing like Coi Leray, who ended up selling like 30K or so around that same time frame. But like still, when you make a public diss like that, like you gotta like make sure that doesn't happen to you. So like before he turned in the album, he should have talked to his label and been like, what's the projections for my project, so that again it doesn't go full circle and hit him in the ass on the way out. That's my perspective though. Anyone else think 30K is decent for a smallish artist like Trippie? Well, here's the thing. 30K, I think the whole like first week sales thing is kind of stupid. Not in the and like, I know I talk about it a lot. I don't mean the whole idea of it is stupid, because I do think it kind of does represent literally how big you are as an artist. But instead of first week sales and doing all these calculations of like how many streams it was, that 1,500 or 1,250 streams equals one album, we should just do it by the total amount of streams. So yes, 30K is actually decent. I'm not trying to defend him in this way, because there are like comparables or like other artists to compare to, whereas like say Cardi or Uzi, they're pushing 100K, 200K, Drake doing 3, 4, and Trippie is a big artist, so like he should be doing those big dog numbers of like 100K, which he has hit in the past. And I just think that the love music, that is why it flopped so hard. But like if you calculate say 1,250 streams, that's still like times the 30,000 first week copies, that's still 37.5 million streams, which is still pretty good if you think about it. But that's why I think that whole concept is stupid. Like, why do we have to divide the amount of streams or multiply the number of streams by the number of copies you sold? Especially with, I mean, we see how Travis Scott will do half of his sales from merch bundles of like, say, I think he sold like 250 or 200 in merch bundles, and like that's an easy way to boost your numbers. I think even Russ talked about it. Hello Yassine posted it, where if you're not signed to a major label, which Trippie is with 10K, I know he might be technically independent, but 10K, you know, they signed Ice Spice among many other big artists. So like they definitely, and the son, or the label executive is the son of I think it's like Universal or Warner, the executive of that. So like he has the resources of a major, even though it's a smaller label, like boutique, whatever you want to call it. But like, here's what Russ said. Billboard and Luminate took away another 4,000 my real sales, blah blah blah, just for allowing major labels to fake their streams and sales and do monopolistic merch bundles. Only major labels are allowed to do merch bundles because the only approved vendor is a major label vendor. So yes, these other artists are cheating, which again inflates the sales to the max. So I kind of feel Trippie, but at the same time, like if you already hit 100K, like that's the point. You have to compare it to your past sales. So it is still bad that 30K, like I don't think he should have even responded. He should have, like, low-key, when you get bad news about your career, you gotta clown it a little bit. Like, do y'all remember Smoke Perp with the terrible freestyle where I can't even remember what it was. It was just so trash, but like he was even clowning it after a while, to the point where like if you joke about yourself, nobody else can clown you anymore. Because like if Smoke Perp said something about his ticket sales when he was performing, when there was like 50 people at each show, if he like made a joke about that, you can't really clown him anymore, because again, he already did it himself. It was the Moonlight beat. Yes. What was the lyric he said that was so funny? It wasn't like poop diddy scoop. I think he did that with Kanye, but he said something moonlight, the limelight, I'm gonna hit him like Fortnite, something like that. So yeah, Trippie needs to figure it out, man. I think he needs to come out with like big ass features like Trav, but he already tried that with Mansion Music. I think maybe because that album only sold like 50K or so, which is still pretty good if you think about like the actual streams behind it. But like the next project, he needs to start employing all those fucking stream bots. He needs to get a Drake feature real quick, but we already saw with the mix that Travis Scott gave him. He even talked about it in an interview where like they weren't even trying. So I just think that, yeah, I said this before, I think it's cool or it's trendy to hate on Trippie Redd right now. And so like until that passes, a lot of artists might not even want to give him the feature unless they're like he's paying a bag, or the label is like to get a Trav or like a stream god, if you will. Although he did get the Uzi feature, but that was in the last project. He's definitely connected. He's big enough to be able to do it. But I do feel bad for Trippie. Like he's still a good artist. He's still got bangers. A lot of people forget, although I guess we are just analyzing like the current situation of these artists, not necessarily their back catalog, you know? Like falling off isn't necessarily like all your music is trash. It's just like your new music, because a lot of people don't just want to live off of the old music that they've listened to 100 times. They want to hear new shit and like see you succeed. Like being a fan is low key, and I'm a fan too, is like kind of living vicariously through the artist. Like you want it's like a personality trait in a way. As bad as that sounds, like you know how it is. It's like when you're a fan of somebody, you ride for them in the comments and shit. You defend them on stream and videos. People don't have their own opinions anymore. That's why it gets hate. I agree. I think a lot of people underestimate like the power of influence, in that like I see it on Twitter and whatever. Like y'all see these posts about it's like what fans are saying about this project, right? And it'll be on Instagram. It'll have like a list of tweets. All of those are promo. It's like, you know, this was the best album or whatever. And it's like a bunch of memes. And so these labels, what their job is behind the scenes is to create this narrative or fake perception about the album so that more people, like, it's a literal psyop. Marketing is a psyop where they make you feel a certain way about a topic or a music by like paying off these influencers. And it's look, I do it too. Okay, I take promo money as well, so I can't say it, but like I try to be as objective as possible. I'm not just like, yo, you can't buy my cosign, that shit's whack. I'm not just gonna let you make me say, yo, this album is fire when it's not. But like if they pay a Twitter account, like say Korn or like someone who's really big to be like, yo, this is the best album ever, a lot of his dick rider accounts will be underneath like, yo, this is actually fire, what the fuck? And they'll like brainwash themselves because of the influence of these people online to actually like the music. But that's what creating a trend is, literally. It's like if you blow up a song on TikTok and a lot of people are using the sound, even if the song isn't good, like all these little gimmicky songs, like with little dance, people start liking it more because they see it more. Like there's a concept in marketing where if you see something 10 times, you'll actually like grow an attachment to it, at least somewhat, to like check out whatever it is. And so like that's all they try to do, like pay a bunch of people off to post it, post a certain opinion, like yo, this album is fire, and then other people will start chiming in, and like that's how a trend starts. When is Drake dropping? I have no idea. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with music, bro. There ain't nobody new. Like I'm like getting tired of posting the same people over and over again, bro. I want to see some new people. We got BLP Kosher. Who else? Like I feel like a lot of the 2021 SoundCloud era, like those rappers or those artists kind of died out once the labels weren't paying for that promo anymore. They probably going broke, although they were all kids, so like they still live at their parents' house. BK's cool. Fuck with BK the ruler. Now K Suave is calling me. One sec. I'm on stream, so don't say anything bad.
Hey, stream. What's up, y'all?
What up?
I'm out here in Florida. I just got here.
Are you gonna fall asleep?
No, I'm not about to fall asleep. I'm up. I'm about to go. I'm saying handle some business and shit. I say, shit, I'm gonna just hit you after you done with that.
All right, cool. All right, peace out.